Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Fake Nerds Watch for Star Trek Lower Decks. This is episode 9. I forgot the title of the episode. As always.
Duj.
What is it?
Wej Duj.
That's why I forgot it, because it's in Klingon.
Means 3 ships.
Fitting, because we follow 3 lower decks in this episode. But before we get into the episode, I do want to talk about because I don't do this on the Faker podcast because they don't give a shit. But why don't we talk about the Star Trek Discovery season 4 trailer that dropped at New York Comic Con?
Who wants to go?
Oh, I was going to sneeze and I decided not to, I guess.
God not bless you.
But even before that, I want to talk about our scores. See, apparently, of the 3 of us, I am the bigger Trekkie.
Apparently, yeah. I mean, you're good at picture games, so yeah, that makes you the best, bigger Trekkie.
According to CBS, I'm the biggest Trekkie. So, Mike, you sent us a story that
I sent you a story from I think it was CBS or Paramount Plus Trek's official Instagram, which just comes up on my feed, wonder why. And I took the test like about a week ago, and essentially they show you a picture and they give you 4 options. They like which series is this from, essentially, is the majority of all the photos. And there are 33 questions. Brandon got the high score of 31, missing only 2. I missed 5, getting 28. And Cookie, what was your score?
We're on to the next episode. Let's go.
We're on to the next episode.
And Cookie got the lowest score out of them all.
In Cookie, in your defense, though, there were a couple times where I'm sure you did the same thing I did, where I got the fat thumbs and I just instinct just started just clicking some stuff.
Not at all. I took my sweet time.
Oh, okay. Well,
I just don't know.
So that score is accurate.
That score is accurate.
The 2 that I missed, I forgive myself for missing them, because there's one where it's a matte painting where I'm like, I would not know which series that came from. And then
That's
the other one
I got, just on the record.
Oh, screw you. The other one I got, though, was Harry Mudd on Short Treks. I thought that was from his Discovery episode, not from Short Treks.
I also missed that one as well, because I have not actually seen all the short. I have seen that one, just not all the Short Treks. And I just, when I saw the Short Treks option, I was like, ugh.
Which one have you seen, Cookie?
I haven't seen any Short Treks. So
okay.
Go check them out. They're pretty fun.
They're really easy to watch. They're only like 10 minutes long. Picard season 1 has a prequel. What was you gonna say?
I was just gonna say you can knock them out pretty easily. It's kind of like the Star Wars Visions. They're shorter episodes. You can knock them out quick.
And they're all on the CB or Paramount Plus.
Paramount Plus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's the season 2. There's like 2 in season 2 that have Pike, and I love those.
Yeah, those are probably my favorite ones too.
Yeah, I'm still not crazy about this version of Harry Mudd. I don't know what they're doing.
I'm a fan of Rainn Wilson, so
yeah, I was gonna say that's who I enjoyed.
Yeah, okay, but like, how does this Harry Mudd, this psychotic man who is willing to murder people, turn into the schmuck we see in that original show?
Maybe it was a woman or a couple.
It's fine.
A couple women got in the way and changed his mind. You never know.
All right. Well, that's fine. We all know who the real Trekkie is now, so suck it. No, I don't actually. Well, let's talk about Star Trek Discovery season 4 trailer. I was surprised that this didn't drop at the Paramount Plus, the Star Trek Day for Paramount Plus. So I was surprised we didn't do that then. But I guess they were waiting for New York Comic Con. So what do we think about this?
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it for what it was. I don't know too much because I'm still watching the last season, but I am trying to figure out exactly. We're now kind of caught up with Saru and his ship coming back in, Discovery ship, and then we're now seeing Michael Burnham kind of meet up, and she's giving back the reins to Discovery. She's like, "Hey, this is not mine. This is now yours." So that's kind of where I'm at.
Wait, where are you?
Where Michael gets back with Saru on the Discovery.
Isn't that like episode 2?
I think it's episode 3 or 4.
Oh, okay, so you're really early. You got
I'm
it,
still early. Yeah.
man.
You got a lot to go.
You haven't even found the Federation yet.
No spoilers. Thank you. I'm joking. It was in the trailer, so I knew this Federation was coming. I didn't actually know. Like watching the trailer, I didn't see Saru for a while. I was like, oh my god, did he die? What happened? But thankfully, he's still in it, so I'm very happy that he's still in it because I like his character a lot.
Yeah, I won't tell you where he is at the end of the season, but it is surprising actually from where he ends up at the end of the season to see him on the bridge of the Discovery. Look, I'm happy to see Admiral Vance. I love that guy. He's great.
Oded Fair?
Oded Fair.
Yeah, he's cool. He's a good dude.
Mike, what do you think the weird dude with the ears are? Do you agree with me in my assumption that is a half Ferengi, half Klingon?
Possibly. But I think they are you talking about when they're showing the panel of everybody around the table and you show like a darker looking Ferengi?
Yeah, we kind of got like the
So no, that's actually just a redesign. I googled it.
Of what?
Of a Ferengi.
Are you kidding me?
No, that's a Ferengi.
That is crazy. Why?
Wait, hold on. You're talking about let me get a freeze frame of that.
Why? They like all you need to do is slap on some ears and you're good.
I mean the bumps, you gotta have the bumps.
Yeah. I mean, but it's not like doing.
Can you here, I'm gonna share my screen real quick.
All right, here we go. Here's Mike's screen.
So you're talking about this right here, right?
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, no, that's a redesign for Ferengi.
Oh,
I hate everything that you just said.
Yeah, sorry.
The lobes were the crucialness is the lobes.
I mean, Discovery's obsession with redesigning these characters is frustrating.
Yeah. Can I give my 2 cents of the
trailer? I'm waiting.
Spoiler alert, cookie. Nothing happens in this trailer at all. The only thing that it took them 2.5 minutes just to reveal that that Burnham's a captain now, which was kind of implied, I think, at the end of last season.
Well, it wasn't just implied; it was stated.
It was there. So nothing happens in this. Like we know nothing about what the show is going to be about. They see some anomaly, which is in the trailer, and they have to investigate it. And they just show a bunch of pictures of people who are going to be in the show for this season. So. Does it excite me? Not so much. I'm not. I mean, nothing has been added from the last season that would get me excited to watch it. I'm gonna watch it obviously because it's Star Trek and I love Star Trek.
Right.
But yeah, no, nothing happens of note in the trailer and didn't excite me.
Is this a full trailer or is it a teaser trailer?
No,
the last one we got was the teaser.
Yeah.
So this is a full trailer. Oh,
this is the first full trailer. Yeah.
Gotcha.
And the show comes out next month, so it's we don't have a lot of time to show anymore. I agree with Mike. I saw this and I was like, Discovery still looks like the aggressively fine Star Trek show. I don't think Star Trek Discovery I think there's great episodes sometimes that Star Trek Discovery will do, but most of the time it kind of sits at this like, yeah, it's all right, it's fine.
Where do you rank Discovery like in terms of the new shows?
I want to answer Cookie's question first because
I didn't hear what your question was. Sorry.
What did you say, Cookie?
Do you think that they are playing it safe with Star Trek as a whole, as far as Discovery, and not really pushing the boundaries of technology and the potential that they have that they can do?
No.
Okay.
I think that I admire Discovery for not always trying to play it safe. Everything they do has been trying to like push Star Trek into a different direction. Whether or not I agree with where that direction is going is another story altogether. But I cannot look at Discovery and be like, that's the safe bet. I think maybe in season 3 they like season 2 and 3 they like try to do more safe things. But they are trying to push the canon. For whatever reason, I think it's just the writing. The writing is just not there. The character development is absent. They constantly tell us that these people are family. I don't see it. I don't get how they like each other, honestly.
The character development is poor.
Right. And without the character development, I don't connect with any of these characters.
I understand.
But to answer Mike's question, which was, again? Do you remember?
No.
No, God.
Oh no, where does it rank amongst all the new shows?
Okay, where does it rank? Honestly, if Picard was better, it'd be at the bottom.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but
I
because
mean, that's where
Picard was
I'm at. Lower Decks, Picard, Discovery.
for me, it's Discovery. Discovery is above Picard.
I think the nostalgia play is the only thing that's keeping it above Discovery. And
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, it's like here's Lower Decks, right? Here's Picard, and here's Discovery. Like
Yeah, I'm
they're
kind of
they're but like the gap between 1 and 2 is large.
Yeah, I'm kind of there too with Discovery. My number 2 being pretty large. The thing is, like I talk about Discovery how I don't really care about any of the characters, but there are characters I like in Discovery. I like Admiral Vance mostly because I like Odin Fair. I do,
But that's
like,
the same with me with Picard, right? That's the only reason why I'm kind of like,
yeah, I think both of them kind of play with us in different ways, and whether nostalgia or just actors that we appreciate in these roles. So it is. I honestly, I just wish both of the shows were better.
Although I have to say that because Oded Fair's in this, I'm waiting for Brendan Fraser to come in and just have a little mummy reunion.
Oh man, are you watching Doom Patrol?
No, I'm not. I haven't seen any
You
of it.
should.
No. Yeah, you're not the first person that said that to me. So
I just started watching. It's good. All right. But look, that starts with Discovery. There's apparently like a half human, half Cardassian, or maybe a Cardassian redesign. I don't know what the hell
Are you
they're
talking
doing.
about the main lady that was like talking?
Yeah, she's got like the Cardassian eyes, right?
Yeah. It was either that or like some kind of weird psoriasis or something. Yeah, I don't know.
Something like that. We see Brandon Cronenberg again. He's in this season.
Yeah.
He'll come back. Yeah. Look, I'll watch it because I'm watching all Star Trek. So.
Yeah, I paid Paramount Plus, so that's happening.
And there's nothing in Star Trek. I said this before. The reason why I continue with all of Star Trek right now is because there is nothing that Star Trek has done that has been as egregiously bad as Star Trek Into Darkness. That is my low bar for Star Trek. Once it hits there, I'm probably out, and you haven't hit there yet. So
it's been so long since I've seen that. I actually, dude, it's funny. Like the entire Kelvin timeline, I think it's been at least 6 years. Actually, I think I've only seen them in theaters or maybe once outside of theaters.
I watch them quite regularly. Beyond specifically, I watch Beyond a lot. I really like Beyond. That's the third one.
Okay, that's
the most
recent one, right?
Yeah, I love that movie.
3,
that's honestly top 5 Star Trek movies for me. I love that movie.
Is that the one with the chick? She's like white and has like these like scales
with the motorcycle.
Yes, I love her. Yeah, that's probably my favorite one too.
Sofia Boutella. Yeah, she's great.
Yes. We can talk about her all episode too. If you
that's
like.
True. I've seen every movie she's done. Yeah. Okay. So look, that's Star Trek Discovery season 4. I think we're all kind of lukewarm on it. Cookie hasn't even finished season 3, so we'll see what happens when you're done with that. Yeah. All right. Shall we move into Lower Decks then?
Let's do.
All right. I'm going to assume that's Klingon for "Let's do it," right?
No,
exactly.
That's the title of the show. 3 ships.
So as we mentioned before, Star Trek Lower Decks. This episode, we meet. Well, actually, we have 5. We have 5 lower decks that we visit, but we mostly for the plot of the story is we visit the lower decks of a Klingon vessel and a Vulcan vessel to see how different they are from the Cerritos. I loved this.
So fun.
Yeah,
I love this show. This show's so good.
This is great.
This is so creative. Such a creative episode. I loved it. And then it's like, I mean, not to get into what happens like towards the end, but the like we're led to believe that we're just going to be watching these 3 different ships, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like the lower decks that go on and on those ships, but then like the last act, it kind of ties in a whole bunch of stuff that's kind of happened since like the beginning of last season or the end of last season, right? It's kind of interesting.
There's a lot that they pack in this episode.
Yeah.
A lot of plot, a lot of canon,
but it didn't feel crammed,
No,
not at all.
Natural.
Not at all.
And that's kind of the balance that I think the Lower Decks writing team has struck, is that they are able to cram as much as they could into the short Star Trek format, because Star Trek's not generally 30 minutes. And they're able to cram so much that a hour-long show would feel packed with, but they do it in such a breezy way that I'm like, I don't even realize that I watched 15 different plot points happen in front of me.
Breezy. That's such a great like word to describe this entire series.
Yeah.
Breezy.
Cookie, what did you think about this episode?
Oh, I loved it. Absolutely loved it. At first, I was like, where are they going with this? And then it just like all formulated together, and it was just a beautiful ride. And it literally, it was like everything was so separate, and then it all joined together, and it's like, wow, you guys know how to make Star Trek Star Trek.
Yeah. The we're led to believe that we're following the lower decks crews from the Vulcan ship and the Klingon ship in plot lines that aren't relevant to what's happening on the Cerritos. The Cerritos is off on a mission, so they've got some downtime, and the Vulcan ship has they read a sensor. There's a sensor anomaly, and they're like, what's that? Let's go see what that is. And then that puts them on a path going somewhere, and then the Klingon ship, we're just kind of led to believe it's like, oh, this is just the hierarchy of the Klingon ship. So this guy tried to be the first officer of this Klingon vessel and how that works. But also, by the way, the is it purple blood? I'm colorblind, so it's purple blood, right?
Yeah,
that makes an appearance from Star Trek 6. That's hey, they didn't have the budgets to do that on the original show, so it's always red until they got to the movies, and they're like, budget. So we got that. Cool. Seeing the Klingon ship. The Klingon ship is honestly the most important ship in this episode.
Yeah,
I would say so. Yeah,
there's a lot going on there. Yeah,
because that's what makes the plot all come together is because of the Klingon ship.
Yeah, because we find out that Klingon has been supplying the Packlids with weaponry. He's the reason why the Packlids are.
Was it the former captain that he killed too, or was?
He killed his first officer.
Yeah.
Oh God, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
You're right.
He killed his first officer probably for the same reason that he tried to kill his new first officer. Because I think that probably the other first officer was like, you can't do this. Like, you can't supply the Packlids against the wishes of the Klingon Council, because he's not. The Klingon High Council doesn't know he's doing this, but he's the reason why the Packlids have become a force to be reckoned with in the Alpha Quadrant.
Yeah, I love the pet Torg.
Yeah.
Torg, whatever.
Targ.
Thing. Yeah. I mean, it was just a really fun little callback,
When he had a glorious bowel movement, an honorable bowel movement. I think they really nailed the Klingon and Vulcan voices for like the lower decks version of them.
Mm-hmm.
Because lower decks always kind of has like the more comedic lens into Star Trek, but I think you still recognize Star Trek no matter what. I was listening to there's a podcast I listened to called Word Balloon, and they talked with someone about Star Trek Discovery, and said, like, you can tell who understood what Leonard Nimoy was doing with Spock and who didn't, by who plays Vulcans, by how they play a Vulcan. Spock always played a Vulcan, and obviously he was half human, but like he was the template that everyone tried to go with. That he played it with someone trying to suppress emotion and not someone who was emotionless. And you can tell who does that when they're playing a Vulcan by just someone who's just going, "Oh yes, I'm a Vulcan and I need to do the thing." But
well, I mean, the people who are emotionless, they're essentially Data, right?
Right. It's either you're playing Data or you're playing Spock.
Yeah.
And I think that this Vulcan, this new girl specifically, is very compelling character, and all those Vulcans on that ship are just pitch perfect Vulcans.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There was not a single time, I mean, in this episode or even in this series, to be honest, that I didn't believe what I was seeing to be true to the, their alien counterparts.
Yeah.
Whatever.
The new character, I think, what's her name? I forgot her name.
The Vulcan?
Yeah, T something. They're all T's.
Yeah, it's
Lynn. to Lynn. Look at you with your memory alpha.
Played by Gabriel Ruiz.
I think she's going to be a regular. I think she's going to.
I think so too. Yeah. Well, I mean, spoiler alert at the end. I mean, she gets transferred to the Cerritos. So
yeah,
she's doing. They didn't.
Did they actually say Cerritos or?
It just said Starfleet.
Yeah, they did just say Starfleet, but I mean, that's the only Starfleet vessel like around. So she'll be around at least for the next episode, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think so too. I like her. I think she's a good character. I really we will not have your emotional outbursts on the ship. And she's just like
she's just talking.
I'm just
I think like when they're praying and then she like gets up and the one Vulcan's like this is why she's God, what did she say? What did he say? He said something where it's like, oh, that was an outburst kind of thing. You know?
Yeah, and it was just like calm and natural.
Yeah.
It's just the difference between her and the other Vulcans is such a minuscule thing that only a Vulcan would understand.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we see a Vulcan ship for the first time in years. We haven't seen a Vulcan ship on in the next gen era in quite some time. So it's kind of cool to revisit the idea that other planets in the Federation have essentially their navy.
The last time I think we saw a Vulcan vessel was for an Enterprise.
Yeah, that's right. Because they didn't. I mean, they weren't part of the Federation then, but yeah.
No, but they were still there. Yeah.
Yeah, you do get the impression.
When does Star Trek Lower Decks take place?
It's 5 years after Voyager.
5 years after Voyager. Okay.
Which I think
how many years before Picard is this?
It's 5 years before 30? The flashbacks of Picard.
Which flashbacks?
No, it's the one. It's before the star explodes.
Okay. So before the destruction of Romulus, or not Romulus. Yeah, Romulus.
Yeah. So the destruction of Romulus hasn't happened. Spock is still in the timeline.
Yeah.
We're not quite at the horrible dystopian future that Picard shows us.
We're not into bad Trek yet.
We're not there yet, no. And we've got a couple thousand years until we can get to Discovery now.
Yeah.
Thank you. You're right. Shoot her through the timeline. Get her out of here. Yeah. I think that it's kind of cool to see because you're led to believe in the next gen shows, specifically that at least Vulcans or any species in the Federation, it's just that they serve on Starfleet vessels. But the Federation is a conglomerate. Starfleet is Earth's navy, essentially. It's not the Federation's navy. There's other Andorian or Vulcan ships out there that we just don't see because of budgetary restraints back then.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. The silence.
Very right. You're very correct. Master of Star Trek.
Right. That's true. I have the proof now.
You should where you have all those things. Just take a screenshot, blow it up, put it on a poster, and just say 31 out of 33.
Oh, just right
there. Yeah.
Right where my Godzilla cards are.
There you go.
I'll replace my Godzilla cards with
and then just below that, just be like, just really small print, Mike then Cookie.
Yeah, no, definitely gonna put in the time and effort to do that. All right. So the Cerritos though has quite a few things going on that seem inconsequential, but it is character building. I think necessary character building. We have Rutherford, and Tendi and Mariner all have bridge buddies. Yeah. They call them bridge bunnies. And
the whole thing is like they have a day, right, to kind of just
relax,
a day off. The captain gave everybody a day off, and everybody's just kind of matching up. A lot of the lower deckers they become friends with some of the bridge crew, mm-hmm. or higher ups, and they're hanging out. And Boimler's lone man out and can't find anybody.
He wants to get Jack.
Yeah.
Honestly, I like him the most, though.
I think this is a really good storyline for him, especially kind of coming back into his original ship and now trying to find his place in that ship after being gone for however long. And it's like his friends have kind of gone off and done their thing, and now he's trying to get, I guess, reassimilated. I don't know if that's the right word or terminology, bringing him back in. So I thought it was cool. I thought it was cool to see how he interacts with being left alone and potentially finding a friend.
Yeah, I agree. I really like the Boimler plot line. Mariner also, there's not a lot with Mariner and her mom, but I do really like how it ends where
Yeah,
the mom says like,
I
"Hey,
had a good time.
I had a good time," and even Mariner's like, "I did too."
I'm glad that they didn't. Just while we're on that topic, I'm glad they haven't leaned too much into that this whole season, right?
Yeah,
Like at the end of last season, like the last 3 episodes were almost dedicated to just her and her mom. Maybe
yeah,
the last 2 episodes, but I mean, this has been like they shied away from making her the main focal point, I think, of the Lower Deck show, and then they really made all of the Lower Deck crew like main characters, I guess. No one
yeah.
there's no one person over another. Maybe Boimler, it could be argued this season for sure, but
Well,
I don't know.
I think Boimler and Mariner are
The
still like
main mains.
the de facto leaders of the Lower Decks crew, but I do agree that what this season has done really well is explore Tendi and Rutherford. And we get to see how Rutherford has a rapport with not just Billups but also Shax. You know, he knows
Now,
what's going to trigger Shax's PTSD.
yeah. Now, I mean, earlier we were talking about Cookie. You asked about playing it safe and things like that with the different show, because they made they are doing so well with the character building, especially with these 4 main characters. I wonder if they would. I mean, because anytime you actually have really good character building and you get the audience to start loving loving and caring about characters, it makes their deaths way more emotionally hit. It makes it hit a lot harder.
Mhm.
I wonder if they would ever have the balls to do something like that and kill
kill
off
off
a
a character.
character.
You mean
I
kill
don't
off?
know.
You mean
Any character, one of the 4 main.
I think it's entirely likely that the end of the show we could see a death of the character. I don't think before that.
Yeah, yeah. It would be interesting to see them all react, and then see us react because we've grown to love these in such a short period of time.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's been 2 seasons, but they're half-hour episodes, and they're only 10 episodes, right?
Yeah, I think that
So,
potentially whenever the show ends, we could see someone like Boimler or Merritt, honestly, any character ending in dying in a similar way to, like, you know, Data or Spock. You know, saving the ship, saving the captain, and that's kind of like the
I could
send
see it.
off for the
I could
season.
see it being Boimler saving the ship and / Mariner, and then Mariner finally being like, "Okay, I'm going to be a captain."
I want to be a captain. Yeah, I'm thinking like
Yeah.
maybe her mom sacrifices herself for the good of the ship, and that's when it's like an eye opening for Mariner. Like, I have to be a captain.
Yeah,
Maybe that's
See
gonna
that
be.
too. Yeah.
I think one of the things that's so awesome about Star Trek Lower Decks is that we can have this discussion of a character death in what is arguably just a comedy show, but it would fit so well with the tone that they have established already. You know, because this, at the end of the day, is the most pure Star Trek on the air right now.
Yeah.
You know, that nothing is off limits for them, budgetary wise or anything. And having a story where a character could die and having an emotional moment is completely in line with the tone that they've established.
What was the episode just a couple episodes ago where you had an emotional moment with a character? Was it with Tendi and Rutherford or one of those two?
Yeah,
Shoot, can't remember.
it's when the all the people were multiplying and they were having the moment of, like,
Yeah,
you know,
that's
you
it.
know,
Yeah, they're like going. They were
they're about to
lifted
die.
up. Yeah.
They're like, we're gonna die, we're gonna be crushed to death, but also like emotions, because I feel bad that I'm not the same person as I was last year.
Yeah, that's right. I do remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, I
So,
was like, oh dang, good for you guys.
Not bad.
So yeah, we also get a look at the pack lids, Lower Decks,
Yeah.
which is just 4 people sitting in a cargo bay. being
Red
idiots.
alarm. Red
Not
alarm.
a care in the
Oh my
world.
god. Oh my god.
That was
Red
so-
alarm.
That was so clever. I loved it.
Oh man. Yeah, so the anomaly that the energy reading is that the Packlets have dropped a bomb that they can't use anymore. It's like it doesn't work anymore. And the guy's like, it was because it's a bomb.
It's a bomb,
Yeah.
one-time use.
And the Cerritos and the Vulcan ship find it, and they're like, oh shit, Packlets.
Mhm.
The regenerative shielding, by the way, that should be implemented in everything. Holy crap, that thing is really good.
Mhm.
I was listening to the Star Trek autobiography of Captain Janeway. Apparently, according to canon, a lot of what she brought back from the Delta Quadrant is classified, like that new
Really,
technology.
like the shielding from the last episode and all that.
Yeah,
That's kind of stupid.
right.
You should make that one on every ship.
Yeah, like why not put it on
Yeah.
every ship? Like it should be classified. It should be like, hey, we got technology from the 31st century. I guess maybe it's because the temporal prime directive does come into play. In that case, I can understand that.
Still though,
Yeah,
I mean,
you don't want your future temporal selves coming back through time being like, what the hell?
yeah,
Told you
right?
not to do this.
What's interesting is Burnham is now further than the Federation was when we saw them. The time traveling Federation is in the 29th century, I think. Or is that the temporal Cold War?
That's the temporal Cold War, dude. Yeah, I think
Okay.
that's what that is.
And then the 30th century. Either way, eventually in the late 29th century, 30th century, whatever, they are time travelers. The Federation are time travelers and not space explorers. And Burnham is now after that, so they no longer time travel. And there's a reason in season 3 why that happens, but I don't remember what it was.
I don't remember either. It's been so long.
Yeah, I would have rather that.
Oh, of course.
Than the burn.
That was, and I'm just gonna say it here because I don't know when I'll get another chance to say it. The whole explanation of the burn is the lamest thing I have ever seen in Star Trek.
Oh my god! We can't spoil it for Cookie, but,
Yeah,
I don't want to.
Oh yeah, you haven't gotten there yet. Oh,
I'm not going to spoil it. I'm not going to spoil it.
You're gonna love it.
But I will say we get to see the burn, and it's the most underwhelming thing I've ever seen in my life.
Really?
Yeah. It's just a bunch of the way they describe the burn.
Blowing up.
It's just a bunch of ships in a cluster, and then they just all explode. And it's like, oh, cool. All right.
It would be the equivalent of going to Cookie's house and realizing his doors are not slim. It's just a regular door.
Listen.
Oh my god, your doors are really slim.
Here we go. 2 shows now, man. Here we go and move the camera a little bit. Yeah, it's.
What?
I feel like we're in Disneyland.
What happened?
So this one is slim. This one is not.
It's
slim,
shady, right?
But they're both like Matt. I'm gonna stand up. Here we go.
Oh, he's gonna do the thing.
We've upset him.
You know what? I think that there's like a fish lens on your camera or something like that.
Yeah,
make you look shorter than you actually are.
Oh, we've upset him. I hope he's wearing pants. Oh no. Oh yeah, that's really thin. Yeah. He can't hear us because he took out his headphones.
And I'm not a wide dude, and I'm not a tall dude either. So.
You're like, I'm not a wide dude. I work out. I eat well.
I'm swole, damn it. Okay. Anyway, so Boimler's plot line. He's trying to get in touch. He's trying to figure out what he's doing. There's some cool callbacks. There's a Star Trek 5 callback with the jet boots, Spock's jet boots. There's also, and he tries to pretend that he's right, and he tries to pretend that he's from Hawaii.
Yeah, I thought that was great.
The one species with the thing, I forgot the species name.
Yeah.
But when he's like, yeah, I'm from Hawaii, and even Boy was like, really? And even I was like,
how?
How the hell are you from Hawaii?
Well, yeah, it was so funny. Like the whole joke was that even the commander, he said that he's not even from Hawaii, but when he was a lower decker, one of his commanders said he was from Hawaii, and then the whole joke after that is that they're all from a moon, but
Boimler's not.
Boimler's not. He's like, I'm from from Modesto,
Idaho or something.
No,
There you go.
Modesto, which is actually in California, not that far from me. It's just
Hey,
kind of funny.
He's like, it's like the moon of California.
Yeah, it's like no,
Don't
it's still
insult
not a
us.
moon.
Yeah, the moon bit is fun. I always want to see the moon. We've never seen the moon in Star Trek, have we?
I mean, the closest we've gone, would probably be
Enterprise, maybe.
yeah, Enterprise.
Oh yeah.
There was some in Enterprise, but then, if you really want to go, you see First Contact when you see Riker looking up at the moon. It's like, oh, just weird seeing it with no cities.
Right, but I want to
You
see
know?
the cities.
I like that. Yeah,
Even a Lake Armstrong.
yeah,
Yeah. I like Star Trek a lot, guys. It's fun.
it is cool. I've been in my mind. I have, well, actually, not just in my mind, but I have a bunch of like fan fictions, kind of like outlined out. I just don't know how to write.
Oh, dude, I'm so glad you
I
brought
do
that
know how
up.
to write. I just haven't done it.
I'm so glad you
Something
brought that up. I don't feel stupid bringing this up now. So I used to be part in the old days of Twitter, like I'm talking like the Wild West of Twitter. There used to be like accounts that would be like, I'm this character, and then they would tweet out as that character would, not in a comedic way, but in like a story way, like they were like just telling story through it. And I was part of a role play group on Twitter, a Star Trek role play group for Star Trek Enterprise.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and it was kind of, and I even made my own story, like the we did like the Columbia, and we tried to do like stories like in the future also. It was a lot of fun. Like that was the first time that I was part of, that's the only time I've ever been a part of that sort of thing. And it's I kind of miss it sometimes, because it was like, pure, it was like pure me doing just fun Star Trek role play for a bit.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Neat.
Yeah, stupid things we did when we were kids. All right, so we have.
But look where it got you. You became the best Star Trekker, Shrekkie amongst the three of us.
That's true, and I've got the proof.
And now it's all, everything that you've done, but from then until now, it's finally come to fruition. You can retire in peace.
That's true. You're right. What's the point of even watching anything more?
That's it.
Retire on top.
Yeah, I'm done. I've accomplished everything I needed to in life. My favorite joke is in this episode. It's not my favorite episode, but my favorite joke is in this episode. It's the credits.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Good.
We go to the
laughed so
Borg lower decks.
So good.
And it's just pure still.
But did you notice that like all their eyes were the different colors of the shirts that they wear?
Yes.
Yeah, that was so cool.
When we're just on 4 regenerating Borg, and I was like, when we see the Borg cube, I was like, what could we possibly see? Like, are we gonna see like them like in the slums or whatnot? And it's just the 4 cubes, and I was just like, is this the whole credits?
Yeah.
That's freaking good. And it's just the whole credits, just them regenerating.
Did you notice that the ensign, or the acting ensign that came up to Boimler at the end? Do you remember that when he's like, "Hey,
Yeah,
sir,"
in all black?
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's the same uniform that Wesley Crusher wore when he became an acting ensign, before he got the actual uniform. That's the tan over black, or black over tan,
That's cool.
or tan, not tan, like a dark gray, actually.
That's a good moment too. That Jack was like,
Mhm.
hey, you should go check out Boimler. I think Jack's a really good character, and
He's grown.
Yeah, he kind of has like the bravado of an early days Riker, but he's really, there's a lot more to him that he just kind of, there is a sense that like he cares about Boimler, or he cares about the lower decks in a way that like other crew members haven't. I think that's cool.
Yeah. Well, you also get that little bit at the very end with the commander given. He told that acting ensign to go talk to Boimler because he's the most organized person on the ship.
Yeah. I just think that's sweet. That's really sweet of Jack to do that.
Do you recall when Rutherford's in his bunk and he's playing with the DS9 model? Is the same DS9 model that Tendi gave her?
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
That's cute. Little fun callback to the and like when he sees Boimler sees his wardrobe, and he's just the Hawaiian shirt.
Just a Hawaiian shirt. Nothing else is in there. That was good.
Oh, I can't wait to go back to Hawaii. I'm gonna wear like Well, I'm gonna go buy like. Have you ever worn a Hawaiian shirt? Nice and
Yeah.
Yes.
light and so nice, especially on a beach. Can't wait.
I would love to go to Hawaii, but I mean,
I've been to Hawaii twice.
Oh,
it's a long flight for me. For you guys, it's just like a hop and a skip.
that's about 4.5 hours for me.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
a 12, 13-hour flight, I think.
Well, you know what you do? You come out and you stop by California. We do a live fake nerd watch.
There you go.
There you go. There
Don't
you go.
tempt me with a good time. Screw it, I'm out of here.
I'm getting on the plane now.
Right now.
Yeah. Brandon's going to give us a test at the end to try to increase our scores.
Okay. Where is? Hold on. I'm not prepared.
And
Where
that's why he
is?
got 31 out of 33. He's not.
That's true. That's true. Okay. What's this the cover to?
Star Trek book.
You got me.
No, it's I actually wanted to bring this up to you guys. It's the there's a Mirror Universe series of comic books that the Next Generation comics are doing. Very good. This is the third. This is the second one, I think.
Is that the second trade?
Oh, I think it's the third one. I think the second one is. Oh yeah, it's Through the Mirror, which is the crossover where you got Picard versus Picard, and then you got this one, which is the Mirror Universe. Barclay is trapped in the Prime universe, and he's sabotaging everything.
I hated Barkley.
Oh, what's wrong with you?
I never liked. I thought Barkley.
But you know what? I hated him too, but he was
See?
such a good character to
He
hate.
was. Yes.
You know, he reminded
played
me
his
of
character well.
what's the pink chick's name from Harry Potter? Like everyone hated her, but she was such a
Pink
good
chick?
character to hate, huh?
Pink chick.
Umbridge.
Umbridge, yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, like you hated her, but like
Oh,
she's such
she
a
played
good
her
character
character
to
good,
hate.
yes.
You know what I mean?
I love Barclay.
No. I like
Barkley's
what.
annoying.
Yeah, exactly.
You're
I love the
annoying.
actor. The actor did a great job, but the character itself was just like, oh my god, somebody shoot him.
No.
Yeah,
Help
he
him.
Somebody
He
give
has
him a red shirt
anxiety.
and send him back to Kirk's era.
He has anxiety.
He was driving me crazy, man. It's like, why? How'd you make it onto
Hey.
a starship?
Hey, he saved
there
Voyager.
is in some universe. I'm sure there is a universe where he beams down instead of Data to save Picard, and he's gone forever. So
Hey,
That's
hey,
your hoping
without him, Voyager doesn't get home, okay?
they would in like 30, 40 years.
Right,
would've
but
made
they
it.
get home earlier because of Barclay.
Oh, so he's just like a quicker Uber, whatever. It's fine.
What's 30 years among the stars? If you think about it, it's not that bad.
Yeah, he actually denied them a chance to explore for 30 more years.
No, he
My
got them
gosh.
home.
He did them a disservice.
You, I don't know what the hell show you're watching. Where is this show where the Delta Quadrant was just like vacation for the Voyager crew?
You know what? That's actually a funny point. I'm sure there has to be a couple of worlds out there that's similar to like a Ryza. You know, we never see it. Like Ryza is the only like super vacation planet we
Yeah.
ever hear about in Trek. Like across all the quadrants, I can't really think of any other ones.
We
Like
didn't
off
get a
the
riser
bat.
in lower decks, did we?
Huh?
We haven't got a riser yet. A riser in lower decks.
They mentioned it, but that we haven't
We
We
actually
haven't
seen
been
it.
there, no.
That'd
Nobody's
be
gotten
cool
shorely.
to see. That would be real cool to see.
Yeah, I'd like to see them go back to that planet and have to-
Like lower decks, they probably could do something where they go to like some exotic planet, or you know, and just like it's another like beach planet or something like that. You know, it's something they could really. Man, I want to read all those. It looks so. Just the covers look cool.
I'm trying to find the picture where Barclay's torturing people because Barclay's really sadistic in this book.
Is he real? Oh, he's in the mirror universe.
Yeah,
Barclay? Yeah. So
Is
he's
this
the
from
complete opposite.
IDW?
So he's the complete opposite. So instead of being boring, he's actually cool.
I hate you. No, he's like Data's like right hand, and he like tortures people because
Wow.
he's like an assassin. It's look. So the idea of this book is that the Cardassian and the Cardassian-Klingon alliance that we meet in Deep Space Nine is actually lying, and Earth is still around, and it's kind of like the last holdout of the Terran Empire. And they build a new ship, which is the Enterprise D. I don't think it's called the D at this point, but it's, and so they're going to be like, okay, we're going to kill the Cardassian Klingons, and the redesigns for these characters is really fun. really interesting. And Data's got like a Borg arm because he's like experimenting with himself with like Borg technology. And there's also a Vulture mirror universe.
Oh, Brandon, you're breaking up. Is that just Brandon or is it everybody?
No, it's broken on my side too.
Uh-oh.
I think we lost him.
All right, I think we lost. Did we lose Brandon?
Wait, am I back?
Nope. It's still getting cut out.
Oh, damn.
Oh, damn.
Cookie, it's you and me, I think, until Brandon's camera gets all better.
My
hey,
internet.
Brandon, we'll take over the show for about a minute or two if you want to just like jump out, jump back in or something. There it is. Hey, so guess what? We're now the new hosts of Fake Nerd Watch.
So Star Wars, let's talk some stuff.
Oh, yeah, let's talk about that. Hey, you know what? I will give it to you. Star Wars Visions is better than Discovery.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes. Yeah. I didn't enjoy all of it, but I mean, there were a couple episodes I did enjoy, but for the most part, I thought it was maybe about 30% good for me. I didn't like the other 70%.
Yeah, there was a handful. I haven't done a new episode last week, so I'm going to probably go and try to rank everything to see how it turns out.
Nice.
I have a funny feeling all this is going to get cut, though.
Out of curiosity, if you were to be any starship or any character from Lower Decks, who would you want to be?
Oof. Wow. I don't know. They all kind of have like sucky lives. I don't know if I want to be
thinking about that. And I was like, I don't know.
I don't know if I would want to be. I don't like medical stuff, so I probably wouldn't do that. Engineering is cool, but it's like when you have a boss that can
a lot of math
can kill you by you messing up and saying the wrong things. It's like, do I really want to go down that road? I don't know. And then
I'd probably be like, I think I'd be Mariner, just like
Mariner's
just carefree,
dealing with Mariner's mom.
That's fine. I don't care. I mean, I have an in with the captain, whatever. If worse comes to worse. We were talking about if we were if we had to be a character from Lower Decks, who would you be?
I'm Boimler.
You're Boimler.
You'd be Boimler?
Yeah,
I said Mariner. I'd be Mariner.
I didn't pick yet because I don't know.
I know myself too well to not think I'd be anyone cool.
I just love Mariner. She just doesn't care and she's like the least stressed out of all the lower deckers, which that sounds great to me.
Before I cut out, I was going to tell you about the Star Trek Janeway Mirror Universe one shot, which is a one shot that is if Voyager became pirates in the Delta Quadrant in the Mirror Universe. It's really cool.
Oh, cool. So, like, did they still get stranded out there, and they're still making their way back, and they're just trying to they're
trying to take it over.
Oh, got it. Yeah. So instead of being thrust into there, they're like entering into there.
I think they were. I don't remember how they got there in the Mirror Universe, but they're there. And they're like, we're gonna just take over the quadrant because, like, why would we go back to the Alpha Quadrant? It sucks.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, maybe we'll do that as the next book club for the next Star Trek show we do. Okay. Well, I think my internet cutting out is probably a good reason to end this.
Internet has spoken.
Yeah, I love talking Star Trek with you guys. I could do it all day.
Yep.
This was a great Star Trek Lower Decks episode. Last one's next week.
Yeah.
I'm bummed.
Me too.
But there's plenty more Star Trek on the horizon. Star Trek Prodigy is just a couple weeks after that.
That's the one that's mainly for children, though, right?
It's more of a family. It's like a family-centered one. Yeah.
Children. Yeah.
Think Pixar.
It's Nickelodeon.
Hey, you know what? Don't hate.
I'm not judging. I'm just saying. It's like it's good. It's for kids.
You know, it's like we're watching Kevin Smith's Masters of the Universe, not Marc Guggenheim's He-Man and the Masters of the Universe.
I haven't seen either. I'm not a big Masters of the Universe dude. Although I do have the number one. I do have the first issue of it.
Oh, the 5-part miniseries one, or
no, like the first.
We gotta pull it out one day.
Yeah, I'll find it later.
Yeah, that'll be later.
I don't know
anything else we want to talk about this episode, though? Any last thoughts about this episode? Last points?
I'm sad next week's the last episode. Sorry.
Yeah, how do you guys see it concluding? Because it seems like the storylines, even though they are very much separate, they all still formulate together.
I still think so. It looks like that this Pakled Klingon thing is it's something that
start.
they're trying to push, right?
Mhm.
I wouldn't be surprised if something happens where maybe another bridge member, is gone or dies or something like that, and they have to pull somebody. Somebody's going to get promoted from lower decks. I think that's what's going to happen.
I think we're going to be seeing the end of the Packlids, not like the species, but like the threat that they pose.
Okay.
I think the arc of finding out that there was in fact this Klingon who is no longer alive, because now our lower deck Klingon is captain, supplying the Packlids. I think that's going to come to a head, and the Federation and the Klingon High Council will step in and be like, "We're disarming the species. We cannot. We're done with them."
Mm-hmm.
It's my
What
theory.
about you, Cookie?
I agree. I think that they're going to be kind of over, at least for right now. I don't know where they're going to be leading to. I like your suggestion of getting somebody to come up to an upper deck section or going into another ship and doing their thing. I really do see like Mariner's mom having to sacrifice herself in this, or potentially kind of leaving into a cliffhanger of her having to go somewhere and then the crew's trying to rescue her.
I'll also do another alternate, like maybe Plan B kind of thing. The new Vulcan teammate, I guess. I think it could also. I can also see them doing something as simple as them just introducing her as a new part of lower decks. She's just going to be a new part of the lower decks, and then she'll continue on as the main character.
Yeah.
After this.
Do we get a cameo in the last episode?
Oh, by the way, you were wrong because you thought that Riker was going to have a much bigger.
I was wrong.
Yeah. I actually, you know what? I just thought of that just now when you said that too. I was like, and I think I told you, I was like, I think I didn't want him in there as much, and it worked out great.
Yeah, I think it worked out for the better.
Great. But it doesn't rely on them, They don't need that. It's fun to have every now and then, but they have them in with a purpose. So they don't just have them to have them.
Yeah. But did we get a cameo in the last episode?
I want to say yes. We're going to get Wesley Crusher.
Can you pick anyone else?
Ravi.
Who's Ravi?
Ravi, Picard's first mate.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll see her.
No.
Yeah.
You guys picking
actually,
the worst
characters.
I think
it's going to be shown that actually Mariner changes her name to Ravi, and that's actually her. And instead of slumming it down in lower deck, she's gonna choose to live down on Earth on a nice RV.
What about Harry Mudd?
Rainn Wilson coming back.
Bring him back.
Do we think we get a prominent Star Trek actor back?
No,
I wouldn't.
so
Maybe not Data, but maybe
Data's dead.
Geordi.
No. What you call it? His
brother?
Soong.
Oh, Dr. Soong?
Oh.
Yeah. Because
he's
they're gonna
dead
find
too.
He's dead, yeah.
Yeah, there's somebody there, some long lost relative with the last name, or some. It's like, what's your real middle name? My real name is Adam Soong.
Oh, do you mean that we meet Eric Soong? No, Eric Soong was his great grandfather from Enterprise. Who was the asshole? Who was the Soong that we meet in Picard?
I don't know. Does it matter? I mean, really?
That's not a predominant character either, though.
That's true.
Yeah. Okay. So
I would say
predominant character, maybe you're Janeway.
Oh, I'd like to see Janeway back, Admiral Janeway.
Yeah. What about Worf?
I'm into Worf. Let's bring in Worf. Oh,
Anybody
that would be perfect. Oh my God, Worf would be perfect because he's the ambassador to Kronos right now.
And that's why I am at level 25.
I wouldn't even be surprised if we saw him and maybe Martok together.
Yeah.
Martok's next to Worf, he's my favorite character.
Martok would be High Chancellor right now.
Yep.
Oh, I'm into this. Let's do it. Let's bring in Worf and Martok. Let's do it. All right. Let's end it there on that high note of potentially seeing Worf and Martok next episode. We're also we're going to do Q Continuum next week also. A little discussion there. So of that comic, the Q conflict, not the Q Continuum.
I finished it a couple days ago.
I saw that. Yeah, I have not read it yet, so I'll do that this week.
Cool.
So why don't you guys plug your stuff, Mike?
Yeah, right now, downright annoyed with movies. I do it with this guy amongst a couple other podcasters this week. Tonight, actually Sunday, it'll already be up. We review 1987's John Carpenter's Prince of Darkness.
Yes.
I watched it last night. Spoiler alert. I'm not going to give any spoilers. I'm just kidding. I'll wait for tonight. But yeah, you can check that out. Don't know what we're going to be watching for the following week over on Jackson's channel, but the Prince of Darkness will be on mine. So check it out, and also what these guys do too, because they do way more than me.
Do you have any plans for any more Downright Nerdy episodes soon?
We're hoping actually after next week. We have a lot going on next week, or actually this upcoming week. Just life in general. So we're going to try to. I think after that we're going to see a huge slowdown. So we're going to try to record then.
Cool. Cookie.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I got the show with Mike. I also have Silver Age Sunday that it's been on a hiatus for 2 weeks now. Hopefully next week we'll be coming back strong for that. You have my podcast, which is every Tuesday except for last Tuesday. So just about every single Tuesday I drop a new episode on there talking all things geek pop culture. I think that's about it. I'm going to be taking a hiatus from probably like the holiday season. I am thinking about starting a Patreon. So I want to kind of make a whole bunch of shows and put a lot of stuff and a lot of detail into that and make that thing flourish and blossom.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude.
Thank you.
All right, so my turn. We have a ton of stuff that you can find on this channel. If you like this video and you subscribe to this channel, you can check out other things such as other Fake Nerds watches. We just finished What If. That is the last episode of What If is recorded and will go up soon. You can check out all of those. You can check out the back catalog of this show for Star Trek Lower Decks. And a whole lot more, and a whole lot to come. Because Fake Nerds Watch is probably our second most consistent show.
I like that last episode, by the way.
What If?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
I liked it.
I'm not crazy about the show, but I like that last episode.
Agreed.
So you can check out all that cool stuff here. Obviously, check out their channels and subscribe to their channels. And you can also check out Basement Arcade, which is back with a vengeance. We're scaring the poop out of Ben this week. This month, all of Basement Arcades are all horror games where Ben has to play a horror game and get scared. And we laugh. Or in my case, I get scared, and Ryan and Sparks laugh.
That's great.
So that the latest episode is Amnesia. That's up right now. And also there's an Aliens Fireteam Elite that just came out, and Sparks, myself, and Ryan are going through that game one mission at a time. That's been a lot of fun. So check out all those. Those are up right now. Basement Arcade Pause Menu is Ben Magnet's show, where he talks to other retro video game podcasters about retro video games. Animation Station and Fake Nerd Book Club. More on those someday, I'm sure. Conversation is my own audio show. That's on hiatus now. I'm going to put that to bed for a couple of weeks and then start recording, hopefully, whenever I quit my job. Because, oh my God, I hate my job.
Sorry to hear, man.
It's just, the woman I work with is insane. Insane. But that's not.
Hopefully she's not watching.
She wouldn't be. Now I'm concerned, but she wouldn't be. So anyway,
you're gonna see the edited versions like my boss is great.
it's just Sparks's face pops up for a second. Yeah. So great.
Great.
So you can check that. You can check that out. All the episodes are up right now. My last episode with Kaiju Weekly's Michael Hamilton is up right now. That's the season finale. Check that out. Cool stuff. I'm really proud of that show. I'm sad I got to put it to bed, but hopefully I can bring it back soon. That's all the shows of our spinoff of the Fake Nerd Podcast. Fake Nerd Podcast goes live every Sunday, where we do these live recordings, where we talk about movies and TV shows and whatnot. And this week if you're listening to this, we have just talked about No Time to Die, the new James Bond movie. Daniel Craig's final outing as James Bond is here. And this upcoming week, we will talk about Halloween Kills. So cool stuff all around.
Can I just make one suggestion for both of you guys or anybody watching? If anybody hasn't seen Midnight Mass yet, it's on Netflix. It's
on my list.
7 episodes. They're about an hour each. It is probably the best media I've consumed this entire year.
Wow.
I love it so much. And Jackson from Bored and Annoyed put me onto it. But I was so surprised. Mike Flanagan's the director. He's the guy that did Haunting of Hill House. He did one of the Ouija movies. He did Dr. Sleep.
Haunting of Bly Manor also, which
Bly
I think
Manor
was really
as well.
great.
Yep. But he directed Dr. Sleep, another great underrated film, I think. But man, if you're a fan of character development and a huge payoff, it's incredible. It's incredible.
It's on my list.
Let me know when you see it. And Cookie, it's not super horror-y. I know me and Jackson was trying to like mess with you a little bit because I know you hate horror, but it's more, it's very character driven, dude. There's not a lot of horror in it at all. Okay. I promise you. And if it is, then I'll come down there and we'll have a good heart to heart. We'll talk about it.
he'll hold you. He'll hold you.
I'll help you through it.
Well, yeah.
You probably won't be able to fit through these doors though, so I don't know what's gonna happen.
Hey, you know what? I'll sidestep or tumble through. It'll be fine. We'll figure it out. We could even do something on the lawn.
There you go.
Okay.
All right, guys, like this video, subscribe to this channel, subscribe to their channels, and until next time, live long and prosper.